Hello, my name is Robert Chudowski. I have very severe autism, and it's so severe I'm not able to live a normal life. And I'm hoping for help with getting money for a house, and not just a house, with living expenses, any legal fees with getting the house, and not just that, any medical expenses, living expenses, um, because my life is almost unlivable. My autism is so severe, I'm almost non-functional. I can talk, I'm very intelligent, but I have such extreme hypersensitivity. I have fallen down. I just somebody makes a noise on the floor. I live in the basement, and it's very hard for me to find an apartment because I'm at poverty. Someone makes a noise, drops something, I could trip and fall from distraction. When I moved in this new apartment, I spilled baking grease on my leg. I have a 12-inch burn mark with the scar, the permanent scar on my leg, because I get distracted. Just a noise. Because I already lose my balance, and then when there's a noise, I don't pay attention as much, and that's why I can trip and fall, or I could drop something when cooking, and not only that, I could be, if I have to call 911, if I have an emergency, if there's noises, I will start to stutter and be unable to speak. I'm concerned even in an emergency what I could do, because even any noises I was even in stores, like I went to a pharmacy and a customer was talking nearby, I kept stuttering, couldn't get a few words out without stuttering. Noises will distract me that I start to stutter. I can't concentrate. My autism has gone deteriorated, has gone worse over the years, and also it affects my nervous system, and my nervous system is very hypersensitive. Like I said, with it's so extreme. I mean, not like one time I'm getting a bath, I threw up in my bathtub. A week ago, I had to spend 3 hours. I'm trying to eat my food. I'm there gagging and vomiting, trying to eat my food because of the smell of cologne from a neighbor. Today, I went to a doctor's office. I go in the doctor's office. There's one of the person has a really strong smell. I start to gagging. I'll start to get sick in public places. Go to a doctor's office. Someone has strong perfume or cologne. I'll start gagging. I was in a supermarket. Started to vomit in the supermarket. Somebody had strong cologne near me. And in my own apartment, I was in my own bathtub. I threw up in my bathtub. I go to bed. I can get woke up from a smell. And like, you know how there are laws to protect people, like noises and stuff. Because normal people only get woke up for a noise. I'll get woke up from a smell of perfume or cologne. And not only do I get woke up, I'll start getting sick. I mean, imagine not only getting woke up in the middle of the night, waking up, throwing up and all from what another neighbor does. And there's no laws to protect you, because no one, very few people are so severely disabled that smell cologne, that you get woke. There's noises to protect people from noise disturbances, but just a smell. And I don't just get woke up, I'll start getting sick and throwing up and vomiting. Imagine living a life where you get woke up one night, next night you get woke up again, and again, just from a smell. And you're so extremely hypersensitive that your life is almost unlivable. A noise can cause you to trip and fall. I even burned myself. I got one burn mark on this leg. On my other leg, I dropped the turkey. I was making a turkey at Thanksgiving in another apartment. I dropped the turkey on my leg because the neighbor made a noise. I was making a turkey late at night, and the neighbor tapping on the stair, and I dropped the turkey on myself. I mean, my life is almost unlivable because of hypersensitivity. But that's not the only thing. My autism is so severe. People probably heard of people with autism that can't speak, but people might not be aware of why that happens. Autism is really not a mental disability. It's not even a mental illness. Autism is developmental. The reason people with autism have mental problems, like they act different, behave different, is because autism is developmental. Parts of your brain don't even develop. There's people with autism that can't speak because the speech centers did not develop. I have some speech therapy problems, but it's not so severe. I can't talk. I'll stutter, and I have trouble. But my main problem is I get so distracted. Anyway, and also my brain jumped over the place because of my disability. But I wanted to try to create a video so people understand how severe it is. And part of the problem is it's hard for me to do a really short video. To do like a 3-minute or 4-minute video, my brain constantly wanders and all because my disability is so severe. But anyway, what I was trying to say, in my case, the speech centers of my brain are pretty much normal. My intelligence is pretty much normal. But what I've been diagnosed by 3 different doctors, that the emotional centers of my brain stayed at child maturity. So one doctor said maybe a 5-year old level. Another said 10-year-old level. Because autism is developmental. It's not really a mental illness. It's developmental. Parts of your brain don't even develop. And in my case, the emotional parts of the brain. And I constantly, and then because like smells, I get sick when the smells start throwing up and vomiting. Noises, I can get distracted from a noise and burn myself. And because I'm so severely hypersensitive, and because part of my brain is at child maturity, I'll get excitable, I'll start yelling, I'll get excitable, and then all the neighbors don't have anything to do with me. So I'm trying to have a living situation. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm 57. I'm trying to have a living situation where I can just finally, after 60 years of waiting, have a happy, normal life, have a home where I can live, be able to afford things. And also, if I have a home, then I can afford other expenses and and just I'm trying to have a normal, happy living situation. And I'm also going to put text messages and all. And another thing I was going to do, I'm going to make a YouTube channel where I try to help other people with autism, and maybe make other people have autism. They might have mild autism. Let them see the people that have it really harder than they do. Maybe they'll feel better about themselves, and try to make some inspirational videos about autism to help other people. So I'm also going to try to work on that, and also try to get more publicity for myself to get the help I need. Because my whole life for 60 years, I have not had a normal life. Even in high school, I didn't have a girlfriend, I haven't had friends, I had never been on a date, never had my first kiss, never did the things that even a teenager does. And right now, it's so hard to live a normal life in an apartment, and everybody starts to avoid me. And so the extreme hypersensitivity, I'll get injured, I could trip and fall, I'll get distracted. I got a 12-inch burn mark on my one leg from spilling bacon grease on it. I have a picture of it. I don't know if I can upload it to the GoFundMe website. I mean, my life is almost unlivable. And then I get excitable because I don't have the emotional control of an adult, because autism affects the development of my brain. I'm trying to have a normal life after 60 years of waiting. And there's other people with disabilities. There's other people even in this apartment who have problems. But I don't know how many of them could say they didn't have a normal life, did not have a normal life for 60 years. The other people had a husband, wife, they have children, they have family, they have people that talk to them, they have friends. I never had a normal life for 60 years. Just getting a friend. Just having a friend is so hard for me to do. Just having people want to talk to me. So having a house where I don't have to, where I'm able to make the house, fix the house around my disability so I can live a normal life. And also with that, and not just the hypersensitivity, with getting excitable. If I have a room in the house where I can put all my living, like the television, my computer, put things around what I need to live, and then have it like the room soundproof a little, and that'll block out smells that I get sick from, noises, and also if I get excitable, I'm trying to get a situation I can live a normal life. And autism is really common nowadays, but there's very few people that have it so severe that for 60 years your life is almost unlivable. I mean, it's hard to explain. I mean, unless you live in my life for you to understand how hard of life, how almost impossible, and especially in an apartment surrounded by other people. And I need a chance to have a normal life. So I'm hoping that people will help donate and help get me a normal life. And I'm going to try to make videos and stuff, and make a YouTube channel, and make videos that help other people with autism. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.